In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Zoom from scratch, step by step. If you've been struggling to connect with clients, coworkers, or host an online class as an online tutor without technical issues, I'm going to walk you through in this video how to do it flawlessly. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Isoken. If you're new here, I help professionals and non professionals master digital tools. So what exactly is Zoom? Zoom is a cloud based video conferencing tools that allow you to host one on one or group virtual meetings. Anyone can use it, from students to remote workers, or someone just invited you to a meeting via Zoom. Anyone can use it. Its key features include high definition video, clear crystal audio, text chat, and screen sharing. There is a free version and a paid version. The free version allows a limited time of 40 minutes and 100 participants. Well, if you ask me, that's enough for a short or quick meeting for small teams.
The first thing you need to do is download the Zoom app and create an account. Go to zoom.com on your browser, any browser on your computer. Click the blue sign up button and enter your email. So we're on the sign up form now, and it's asking for a bet here. You input the bet here, then your email address, or you can sign up with any of the social methods here with Google, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, whichever. I would go for Google, makes it easier for me. So now, once your account is verified, you can download the desktop application or you continue from the web. So now let's take a look at scheduling a meeting, configuring your settings, and sharing your meeting details. So we're gonna go to schedule here, click schedule. So here you can set the date, time, and duration of your meeting, and also time zones for remote workers, people that you work with teams that are on different time zones. You can set it here, um, and then you can also send special invitations with email links. After setting it up, you put your invitees' email address and it's sent to their email inbox. So I'm just going to go with the default timing here, date, time, and like I've said before, so there is a paid and pro version. Paid version has more time, and the free version, which is limited, you get 40 minutes and also 100 participants limit. Another thing I would like to specify is this recurring meeting button. So maybe you're setting it up for the same clients or stand-ups, like you have stand-ups at a particular time. You talk with your team members, and then you just use this same link, and it would also be sending reminders daily via their emails for the meetings. So you can click on this recurring meeting. You set up the reoccurrence, how many times will you repeat, start date, end date, and all of that. Then more meeting settings. You can add a whiteboard. You want to do a demo or a tutorial, add a documentation. Make sure the passcode is always selected for security reasons, and you can also select if you want people in the waiting room. You don't just want anybody to be allowed into the meeting when you haven't joined. and you want to let everybody in at the same time when you start the meeting, whenever you'd like to start the meeting, or don't you want people in the waiting room, you don't just want a random person that got the meeting link to join, you want to approve everybody you want in that meeting. So you select this. We want the AI features, everyone's into AI these days, and more meeting settings. So in these video settings, if you want the cameras to be automatically on or off when people enter, so you can set this for the host or participants. And then once you're done, you hit save. Then Zoom generates a meeting invitation. Now the meeting is saved. Zoom generates a meeting invitation, as you can see. You have the invite link. You can add it to your calendar. I have Google Calendar, Outlook. You can add whichever one you want for your reminders, which is good. And then see more of your settings, and then you have the button here to copy the invitation. You can copy, and here are the details. You can send you via email, or you make it easier when setting up the meeting. You put in your invitees email addresses, and it sends it to them straight up. Easy peasy. So you can click copy meeting invitation here, and you paste it wherever. So this invite is the ticket to your meeting. So now that you know how to schedule and set up your meeting details, it's time for step 2, hosting and joining a live call. If you are the host, you simply have to open your app. We're using the web app right now, or the app downloaded on your personal computer. Or if you're joining as a participant, you come here to join and you paste your meeting details that was sent to you, the meeting invite code, or you click it through your email, it takes you directly to Zoom. So if you are a host, we come over here and click host, and you click the video off or with your video on. So because we're using the web app, I could just join from the web app on my browser, or you download the app for future use, make it easier for you. So I would be joining from the browser. So you're still greeted with the option to start with your microphone and camera on or not. So I'm going to continue with this. And then we are in the meeting room. So, but if you are a guest invited to a meeting, in the meeting invite sent to you, you would see a meeting ID, or like I mentioned before, if it's a link in your email, you just have to click it or you paste the link here. So you enter your meeting ID, click the join button. Then you're still greeted with the option, where do you want to join from? And joining from the browser again. And then you will be placed into the call or the virtual waiting room until the host lets you in. So now as the host, we're in the meeting room, and the bottom left corner here, you can see the audio button and the video button. Turn on your video or turn on your audio. So you can click on them, click it on or off to mute yourself or turn off the video. Then we come here to the middle of the screen down here, and then we have the chat icon, which lets you text questions to everyone or communicate whatever is the feeling for the meeting. You want to send a message or chat, maybe someone's mic is off and they've been talking and they don't know about that. So you can see the green share button here. Clicking this will allow you to project your presentation or browser window directly into everyone's screen. So you can choose the option to share your screen, and you also have options of how many people can share their screen. And other tools you can see in the meeting room, participants. You can check the number of participants. You invited a certain number of people. You want to know who's present or who's not. Maybe it's a compulsory meeting and you're taking attendance. You can send reactions, raise your hand if you have a question, send some fun reactions to make the meeting interesting. And we have more tools here to your liking. We want the whiteboard, breakout rooms. These are separate rooms where people are split into. And we also have the Zoom AI. So it's so simple. So that's it.
I've been using Zoom and other video conferencing tools for a while now to join meetings, talk to co-workers. And one thing that gets the best of us is you're talking and the microphone is off. And so sometimes someone is waving or sending a message in the chat, we can't hear you, your mic is off. It happened to me, it has happened to colleagues. So make sure to always check the mic icon that is moving, or you can check that it's working. So that's my tip for when using video conferencing tools. If you found these steps helpful and would like to master more digital tools easily, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video and drop in the comments below what tool you want me to break down next. See you in the next video.